Fast fashion giant Shein is being sued for poisoning its customers and making consumer data available to the Chinese Communist government. This is Monday, February 23rd, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into Monday. Thanks for making the Texas Minute a part of starting your week. If you enjoy the Texas Minute, please give us a rating, leave a review, and share it with your friends. And if you don't, maybe we can just kind of keep this between us. In a recent debate, the Republican candidates for Attorney General were asked about efforts by the Texas GOP to close its primaries to Democrat interference and what role the OAG should play in that process. The Republican Party has sued Secretary of State Jane Nelson in order to close the primary, that is, requiring voters to declare their affiliation with the GOP ahead of voting in the primary. Attorney General Ken Paxton has sided with the party in that fight. State Senator Mays Middleton of Galveston said he is one of only two lawmakers to file legislation to close the primary. He also noted that his original run for office was impacted by Democrat voters who, he said, were paid to vote against him in the primary. U.S. Representative Chip Roy of Austin said he supported the GOP's efforts. State Senator Joan Huffman of Houston did not say if she supported the concept, only that if the legislature took action, she would enforce the law. Former DOJ official Aaron Wright said that he supported closing the primary, then pivoted to attacking Huffman for her legislative inaction on the issue. An illegal alien previously convicted of sexual assault has been sentenced to federal prison for illegally reentering the United States after being deported. Cesar Hernandez has illegally entered the United States approximately 17 times. On 11 occasions, he was allowed to voluntarily self-deport, and he has been formally removed from the country 6 times. In 2024, Hernandez was convicted of sexual assault after forcibly entering a woman's home and assaulting her at knife point. Although the number of illegal aliens entering Texas has slowed, reports of crimes committed by those already here illegally have not. A mistrial has been declared in the country's first capital murder case linked to the Venezuelan street gang Tren de Aragua. 4 suspects, all reportedly in the country illegally, had been arrested and charged in connection with the August 2024 murder of a fellow gang member. All the suspects are being tried separately. Prosecutors have alleged that Carlos Bolivar helped orchestrate the kidnapping and murder. His defense lawyers, though, argued that he was trafficked and acted under duress. State law requires criminal verdicts to be unanimous. The mistrial was declared because jurors remained deadlocked on the question of his actual culpability. The Texas Minute will be right back.
America is at a crossroads. Now, more than ever, Texas must step up and lead the country. We don't have time to mess around. The only way to save America is with a strong Texas. You and I know this, but so do the enemies of life and liberty. Therefore, you and I have no choice but to stand up and fight. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and to the enemies of liberty, I say, come and take it.
Attorney General Ken Paxton is continuing his campaign against Chinese Communist Party-linked corporations, filing his 5th anti-CCP lawsuit in 4 days on Friday. This latest lawsuit targets the global fast fashion giant Shein for allegedly poisoning consumers and compromising their data privacy. Paxton alleges that Shein U.S. Services LLC and its affiliates have built a multi-billion-dollar empire on, quote, omission and deception, flooding the American market with cheap products that quietly endanger public health. His office contends that independent testing has repeatedly found that Shein clothing, including items marketed to newborns, pregnant women, and school-aged children, contains toxic chemicals at levels that exceed accepted safety standards. The lawsuit also argues that the personal information of American consumers can be accessed or commandeered at any time by the CCP under Chinese law. Paxton characterized the combination of toxic products and data exposure as a dual threat to Texans' health and security. Shein didn't respond to a request for comment. You can find details on that story and the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Daniel Greer, Addie Hovland, Travis Morgan, and Sidney Henry. Our producer has been Riley Edwards. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, go make it a great day.